Welcome in, peoples. As you can see, it is just myself and Dr. Smoke beside me this week. So we might as well get the formalities out of the way and give a. It wasn't foreseen, but we do have to say that our goodbye to our eyes in the sky brother Raven,
Yep.
who had
I thought that was your buzzer. We'll be right back. So as Clive was saying, it was a bit unforeseen. He'll explain more in a minute about it. We have lost our eyes in the sky Raven. As Clive was saying, it's a bit unforeseen. It's don't know what's kind of been on his mind, what's going on. For me, that way it will be sadly missed. I'm sure it will be the same for the rest of the guys. But now that Clown's back, I'll let him explain it. I'll let him get into a bit more
fucking
detail.
Amazon. Perfect fucking timing as all.
Well, that's
I'll
your.
be there between 4 and 6. Yeah, of course you will, sunshine. Fucking hell. Well,
um,
there goes the sensor shit out the window already. There we go. Thanks, Amazon. But no, before I was really interrupted, no, Raven has left us on Jokes and Smokes for mental health, which anyone that knows us in this community, we are very big on mental health. It affects us all, and in a way, this affected Raven, and all we can tell him is exactly the same that we tell everyone else, which is, if you ever need us, we're there. But then that brings us on to the second member that we are missing. Chronicus wasn't with us last week, as anyone that watched the D&D you would know. And this week we got bad news. Chronicus will inform you because he's not gone anywhere. He just won't be with us tonight. But unlike Raven with mental health conditions, Chronicus has health conditions, which are quite severe. But actually, what am I saying? There is no but, because this is Chronicus and he will do what Chronicus wants.
yep.
So there probably won't be such a speedy recovery, but as we know, our brother as well, he's too stubborn to leave us in
So
peace.
it'll be some recovery for him that way. Speedy one. We wish him a speedy recovery and like it gets better and he's better for when he comes back. But I no, as we all know Chronicus that way. It's nothing's ever easy for him.
No doubt if he's not blacked out on painkillers right now, he is probably somewhere watching us right now telling us that, how the fuck did you guys manage to get this off without any hitches? Like, but we'll teach him. We'll teach him.
But it'll fall under the wing at some point.
But we do want to say, brother Chronicus, we hope you're a speedy recovery, and no matter what the time of day is, we're here for you, brother. No matter what.
Mhm.
So, that brings us on to today's podcast, and we are going back to gaming because it's a new year, and we thought, why not?
Mhm.
As you're well aware, we spoke about the Legends Festival that we had over the Christmas period. That's all done and dusted. You heard me and Smoke cuss it to high heavens, and we're still not happy even at the end of it, even if one of us did get Ultra Gohan and some of us didn't.
Uh, but I kind of it to me it made it up to me by giving me my Majin Vegeta, but still,
What, you mean the one that I already had?
aye, but still, right. it made it up to us by giving us that DVD. He asked us how we are. I'm doing
Well,
good.
we haven't got broken fingers like you boys, so we're all good. We got 10 digits.
What did they do? What did they do?
Broke his little finger, the Muppet. Out of all things, my man works with fire and breaks a little finger. How?
How does that one happen? You're welcome in, Sethy.
I told him he's now the guy from Scary Movie. Use my strong hand!
But the Legends Fest that way, like, we've kind of noticed, and within it, and whoever else does play it, like a lot of this focus coming up this year is the cell games.
Yeah, so obviously Toshi stepped aside. I don't know whether you've been keeping up with the releases. Obviously, Toshi stepped away after the Legends Festival, which is madness. Like we've all watched Toshi not be able to speak English from year one I'm
looking back into it, so I missed the first one. At least I can't remember. I don't remember him being able to know.
So but you see him talk perfect English.
No, I don't see him. I don't see him speak perfect English, but I can see the slight where he's got better at his English over the last couple that I have watched, yes. But you can still see that he's still got that Japanese. He slips back into it quite a bit.
I just think he hated all the blame, and he's like, someone else take over this shit show. I'm sick to death of the death threats from the players. Like, Toshi, you did this. Yes, Toshi, it's all your fault. So you just said about the cell game. So like last year, the whole year was based over margin, weren't it? So what are we? If this is going to be a whole cell year, we're already starting off with Ultra Cell next week.
So if Ultra Cell is going to be the next one, then back in a minute.
And something else, guys, that I really liked Legends for doing, because anyone that is a Dragon Ball fan, if anyone remembers the Cell Saga, when he creates the Cell games, he gives the fighters 8 days to prepare. What Legends did, normally we would get a reveals and stuff, which is the information for the game. Now it's called Legends information. It's really bad. I will always call it reveals and stuff because I'm an OG. And they released it 8 days and everyone went mad. Like, what are you doing? Why isn't it in next week's video? Because there isn't a next week video. So for all the OGs that watch the Cell games, we all got well excited, like, oh my god, we're actually going to go into the Cell games now in Legends, and they've set this up perfectly for Cell, Ultra Cell, which we haven't had as a unit. We've in the last year we've had Kid Buu, Super Janemba, Golden Frieza, and Hit, Ultra Hit. So they are the 4 powerful opponents. I don't believe Broly's got one as well, but it's old and I wouldn't put him anywhere near the meta at the minute because he's also a purple unit. But with now Cell, which as we're aware has all the DNAs of all the villains that have come before him, this is just going to light up the game. What I'm hoping is he's going to be a red unit because yellow is just macking the crap out of everything. Green has become useless in a weird way, which is normally a defensive type, if I'm honest, but when you've got metas like Ultra Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 and Golden Frieza, greens don't last very long. So next week will be the release of Sell Ultra, which will then hopefully bring us around to the campaign that they will be pushing forward up until Legends Anniversary, because the countdown will start on Tuesday coming, because anyone that plays Legends knows that if you're a free-to-play player, you are not going to accumulate, let's say, enough crystals, because I, who grind the game, can normally 2,000 crystals out of a week, maybe. Which, in terms of summoning for characters, because Legends is a gacha game, it's going to end up maybe doing me half a summon. And in terms of a gacha game, for anyone that does play them, knows that it is a random selection of units that you are given every time. And as Smoke has been made well aware, because Smoke started the game, left the game, and only came back when he realised that there was a whole community out there that he could run with. And his luck hasn't been the greatest since coming back either.
Nope.
He has, though, for Super Saiyan 2 Ultra Gohan.
I pulled Ultra Gohan.
Now called Ultra Margin Vegeta, which are your two favourite characters. So
I'm happy.
You got the Ultra Gogeta as well, twice, I might add.
Aye, and don't get me wrong, that way, like, out of the fusions, I probably would say that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is my favourite
Not
fusion.
anymore.
But
as a unit in the game, it's useless. Since Margin Vegeta and Beast Gohan, he's just become nothing.
Aye, and welcome in Didi as well. But back to what I was saying. So with the Legends Fest, the way what I'm kind of looking at is that way. If you're saying that we're getting Ultra Cell, I've got a feeling then that we could possibly see through it.
I just told the chat, I reckon we're going to get Cell games between now to the anniversary. Because of the way that they've played this out. Instead of the Legends reveal and stuff happening on Tuesday, which would hype us up for the reset and our new character, people don't realise they already released Ultra Cell's footage last week.
No.
Everyone went mad, and like I told chat, it's because anyone that is an OG knows Cell gave the Z Fighters how many days?
10.
8. 8 days. And he got revealed 8 days before they're going to release him.
Are you sure it was 8 days? I thought he said 10 days.
No, 8. Because he's standing in the middle of the ring saying maybe 8 days was too long. Because he gets bored like after 3 days.
Aye. So that as well, right? That way, I know it might sound a bit strange, and it would be a bit out of left field, but early man himself, Chronic, welcome in, my friend, our good friend. Hope you get better.
He couldn't leave us one whole podcast without coming.
We miss you as well, brother. It may be a bit weird, right? And it might be a bit out of thinking, right? But if you're saying that we're getting Ultra Cell, right? An Ultra Cell, that's 2 Ultra Cells we've got within it, I'm sure? Or is it just the one?
No.
No, that's
so. Like I said to chat, when it comes to powerful opponents, we have Broly, Hit, Super Janemba, Golden Frieza, and Kid Buu.
And Kid Buu, aye, my other.
So this would now be another one to add to the powerful opponent list.
So that, what I'm thinking then is, if we're going to get if we're getting like if we do get another ultimate for the through the Legends Fest thing, that way I've got a feeling that we could possibly get one of the androids as a ultimate.
No, so Legends Anniversary, they've always done fusion.
No, I'm on about so maybe, as I'm saying, right, so obviously with the Legends Fest, right, we're getting, as you say, we're getting Cell, it's the Ultra. What happens if they give us a curveball, right? And because it is the Cell games, right, so as you say, but they're not going to give us anything up until the anniversary now, really. That way, whatever the way they're working this one out.
Legends love doing that to us. What happened to you just before Legends Fest? They went and released Margin Vegeta Ultra.
Aye, right.
Why? Why would you do that? We had just saved $8,000 of crystals to go into Legends Fest with, and I spent them all getting Margin Vegeta.
Aye, right. So as I'm saying, right. So if they're doing that with Cell, right? If that's going to be if Cell's going to be the main Ultra, right? As you say, that way, if they've done it with the Ultra Vegeta, who's to say they don't go right? Well, wait a minute. Android 16 actually sacrifices himself within the Cell games that way to unleash Ultimate Gohan. That would add another powerful opponent.
Because we've already had that Ultra Gohan.
Aye, but that's what I'm saying. So instead of making the Ultra Gohan, that way you make it an Ultra Android 16. Because if you remember, that way the way it could start is the wee bird, when he realises that way, and during the Cell games, like, no, I want to fight for the peace, and goes to explode Cell, but Disney then starts to fight. That way, obviously, he gets beat, but it sparks the Ultra Gohan, so that way it could be a Ultra, as I say, like an Ultra 16 just before that kind of happens.
See, I think the curveball for the Anniversary Ultra isn't going to be anything to do with Cell Saga.
Or that,
if you want me to put money on a unit, I already told you Anniversary only does fusions for the last Ultra, and by the time Anniversary gets here, Daima will be done, even in the English. Not so. Who do we know is at the end of Daima? That is a fusion.
Gogeta.
We are going to get a Super Saiyan 4 mini Gogeta. That's what we're going to get. I can see it now.
Everything, see, to be honest with you though, they're not actually, see, by the end, like near the end of Daima, like when you actually look at it, they're not actually miniature. They're no mini characters anymore.
Well, they wanted everything side by side. Last year we had
even at that
Margin and Saga from the movies, and I reckon this year, just to fit it in, we're going to get Cell and Daima.
But see, but that it would have made it more sense to put have it Daima in Boo, because they talk about.
But that's going to be the joke. Straight after this Ultra, I guarantee you the next Legends Limited is going to be either Super Saiyan 4 Mini Goku or Super Saiyan 3 Mini Vegeta.
The other thing though, do you know it's now kind of come out as well that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta isn't actually Super Saiyan 3. It's Ego 1.
That's not what it says on the script.
The thing that
that's what everyone's now pointing out about the script for Super Saiyan 4. Even they have called it Super Saiyan 4. Why not just fucking canonize GT then?
No, I get that, but as I say, it was something that popped up today on my Facebook. It was
yeah, but did you do me and then go research it for a few hours and waste half of your day then realising that either the link was fake or there's actually something behind it?
Came to kind of two conclusions.
So you didn't research, you just thought both scenarios?
No, I went down and I done my digging, but each path kind of led down one way, that way to a dead end saying that no, it wasn't. Then one led down another path saying it is, that way explain a bit, and then the path that then it would lead back to the path.
Forehead, man. The forehead makes it look. Obviously, I have seen up to that episode, so he looks Super Saiyan 3.
Aye, no.
Compared to Goku Mini Super Saiyan 2 state, Vegeta does look like he's gone Super Saiyan 3.
It does look like he's gone Super Saiyan 3, yes, I do agree.
But are you saying that Super Saiyan, him tapping into his ultra ego? Is that what you're trying to say?
Nice. That's the way I like that way
Because that's what people misconcept is they are still their full-grown selves, just in their childlike state. It's nothing to do with them actually being children again. Okay.
Because as well as
maybe I could see it. Maybe
obviously the slight differences that as you say between the the Goku, right? Super Saiyan. If you look at Super Saiyan 4, the Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, right? The color scheme, it's quite similar to the GT color scheme, but the fur is more.
That's just Dragon Ball.
No, but
spitting on GT. That was like, thanks for the idea, but we've got better style.
No, but the trousers are pretty much the same color, right? That way, it's still the yellow orange trousers, right?
It's their fur. Their fur looks more pinkish than it does burgundy.
The fur looks more like the Super Saiyan God hair color, but a deeper a deep kind of.
See, I thought pinkish. You're thinking reddish, but obviously, I always looked at them as they were burgundy. They were like a rich burgundy.
And then obviously as well, that way you run the eyes. If you notice within the thingy, the Super Saiyan 4, like that way in GT, it was the black eyes. The black eyes. It's no black. It's like the sort of same thingy kind of colour. And then as well.
I thought Goku's eyes were brown in Super Saiyan 4 form.
They're like
golden brown, like.
But it's
and then he's got the red marks around his eyes.
But then the outside of that is black. Around
the outside of that is black.
But within the Daima, that way the eyes on the black, that way they've not got that black in it at all. The red, and it's all just red, but that way it's like his eyes are more reddish as well, and on the brown, or brown with the yellow through it.
Well, at least go.
But the reason as well, that way, see if you kind of look at when you look at Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, or what their class is, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, you do kind of spot some similarities to the way his hair grows in Ultra Ego form to what it does in his Super Saiyan 3 form.
Okay, so if we've got back to the question in turn before you went on your rabbit hole, we've got 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
That 3 months, we're going to get 3 free-to-play characters.
Mm-hmm.
We know the Ultra we're getting,
so
that's 4. And in that time, I reckon we'll probably get. Do you reckon they'll give us an Ultra before the fucking thing again?
Possibly, yes. That's what I'm saying. That way, that's what I was saying.
Ultra before anniversary, which then just leaves 1 Legends Limited character to come out. Because there's no way that in 1 month they will release a Legends Limited and an Ultra. It's just not going to happen.
Well, the Legends Limited character, they've already got a Trunks and they've got a Vegeta for there, haven't they?
So I think we'll get Goku Mini, Super Saiyan. Vegeta. Sorry, Mini Vegeta, Super Saiyan, so he can then go alongside the Gokus and Glorio.
But then again, even at that end, that way, I've got a funny feeling that, as you say, they'll give us first week the Ultra is our sell. Second week, a Legend.
Well, next week it's not. This week is not just going to be the Ultra. This week is also going to be our free-to-play character. So we know the Ultra. Who are they going to play alongside it?
Well, it could be.
We've already had Android 17 and 18, a free-to-play version of them lately, and they've also had 2 new characters released in the last 2 banners.
So that way, the only one that's not been released for that for them within that thing would either be
And 16 had a new character just before
just there.
Legend Fest, the green sparkling one, which is actually still useful.
Well, that then, the only possible thingy could really be something like a Krillin or a Piccolo. Then, thinking about it, unless they make Super Saiyan, they do another Super Saiyan 2, that way Gohan, but that way make them a Legends Limited instead of the Ultra.
Well, we haven't had one of them. Well, we have, but not one that's usable now. We've got two of them. We've got a purple one and a red one. The red one that you...
I've got the purple one as well. But it's just no...
Yeah, purple one's been dead for years. So I wouldn't even try that one. Who else is in the Cell games, though? That played pivotal roles?
A Trunks.
Because we had Piccolo last month.
A Trunks or a Vegeta, that's the only other two characters that really do any decent damage.
And we just had a red Trunks in the banner that we just had for Goku.
It could be a Krillin or a Vegeta then.
A free-to-play Vegeta. We haven't had one in a while. Could work. Maybe. Well, we just had Goku. Not that we needed another one, but I guess so.
Then you've got the likes.
But that's what I mean. 6 characters, and you're going on the whole Cell games just as itself, which means that 17 and 18 are already devoured, and 16's are pretty much being repaired by Bulma.
Trunks and Goten aren't even born yet, so there's that way. It's pointless flinging in like Gotenks in there for that.
Well, there is. They are born, but because they were a part of the Margin saga.
But you forget Goku was dead for a good few years before the Margin.
Well, yeah, no, I get that.
So
the Margin saga is dead because he kills himself killing Cell. I get that.
But Goten's already fucking 7-year-old before Goku comes back because Trunks is 8.
I'm gonna go for 2 legends instead. I'll go for, like you said, I'll go for maybe a Trunks Legends Limited. We haven't had one of them in a while. And it would work well with the Gohan and Trunks from the future.
That would, that hangies out.
It's fair with them. But instead of an Ultra, I'm going to put 2 Legends Limited, one being the Trunks and the other one probably being Vegeta. And then the anniversary, we know we get 2 banners for each one. I reckon one will be Daimeric and the other one will be Cell. Finishing with Super Saiyan or Gogeta Mini.
See, then again, I don't know. It's just as I was about to say, hangy there. Like,
or they finally give us Fusion Zamasu and Goku Black Rose.
See, that would be good.
An Ultra Fusion.
That would just break the game though, I think.
What are you talking about? The Legends Limited versions of the Vegeta and Gogeta broke the game for 3 months.
But an Ultra would make it unplayable. The Fuse Zamasu does sound tingy. It does sound.
I reckon they'll bring that out as a Legends Limited, the same fusion technique as they did for the 2 fusions that we had for anniversary last year.
See,
I don't reckon they'll give them an Ultra. I reckon if they get an Ultra, it'll be full power Zamasu or corrupted Zamasu. Because we've already got Rose, we just need an Ultra Zamasu. So what better than to maybe have a regen Ultra for the first time, and once knocked down, you fuse with Goku Black and you become corrupted Zamasu.
Well, you don't become corrupted.
That way it's not a fusion type thing. You've not got a dual character, but you do have recovery The same way Cell does by flying off and he devours 17 at the side and comes back as perfect Cell. Like his.
That's fair, aye. But I'm gonna say so. I'm gonna hang you on. I've got a feeling that when you're saying about Daima, then I don't think the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta will be the main pull for that one. I'm going to say it will be the Super Saiyan 4 Goku that they make the main.
Thing is, if we're going to go Super Saiyan 4 Goku, then I'm putting money on a dual unit. It will be Super Saiyan 4 tag unit with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta.
But I don't know. I don't think Vegeta gets into Super Saiyan 4 and Daima.
This is why you should really just fucking watch.
I know.
How the fuck do you think they made Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 if only one of them can go Super Saiyan 4? Who's this? I know I told you earlier I ask you stupid questions, but I didn't think that one was that stupid.
But it's one of them ones that the reason I'm hinting along the lines of that, it's because
this is for all the times you spoiled Demon Hunter and Bleach for me. This is it. This is the best moment of my life right now.
I never spoiled Demon Slayer for you.
And when I start One Piece, I'm not talking to you for a whole year. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
It'll be longer than that, bro. Fuck's sake. Demon Slayer, I didn't spoil that for you until we had finished it, right? So none of your shite. And
yeah,
that
because I didn't watch the last episode, and you went, "Oh yeah, they're dead, they're dead, they're dead." I was like, "This motherfucker! What?" I tell you, I'm at the last episode, not finished the last episode. Yeah, they're dead, dead.
Did you ask me the question that way? Who survives though? I think.
No, I didn't.
I think you did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I think you did.
No, I didn't.
But
yeah.
Back to
see what I mean.
But with Dragon Ball, as you're saying, right, again with that though, that way they give Vegeta the transformation of Super Saiyan 3 that way, something that everybody had wanted for a while, and then pretty much just outshadowed it by 2 minutes later.
No,
2 minutes later, Goku getting Super Saiyan 4. 2 minutes later, Goku getting Super Saiyan 4, and then even after that way, that get outshadowed again by Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta coming in, and then that gets outshadowed by fucking Fusion Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like that way, it's a bit, it is a bit of a hard one to decide. So
yeah, I don't think it is.
Then again,
I think Vegeta never shows Super Saiyan 3 because he's realised Goku's been one step ahead of him, like you've just said. But upon learning Super Saiyan 3 himself, which obviously he's done somewhere along the timeline, he's realised exactly what Goku told him from the start. Super Saiyan 3 does boost your strength. You are slow, and if it weren't for Goku's instant transmission, his Super Saiyan 3 would have become obsolete. And even using instant transmission burned through more power because he was in Super Saiyan 3 form.
But again, Vegeta does state it. I think it's somewhere in Super, or it's somewhere in the it's beginning of the Cell Saga, I'm sure, or no. Beginning just as
if he could have gone Super Saiyan 3 by Majin Buu Saga, which comes after, I reckon he would have used it when Goku was back using his Super Saiyan 3 instead of Vegeta just using Super Saiyan.
So I don't think Vegeta learned Super Saiyan 3 until just before, just after the Buu Saga, that way, because the reason I'm thinking that is right that way is because if you remember when Trunks and Vegeta are talking that way, and Trunks asks Vegeta to train him again, that way he says it does turn around and say to Vegeta.
You reckon he made Super Saiyan 3 when he blew himself up, which is maybe why he survived it this time and not the.
Right, listen, because if you remember correctly, Trunks does turn around and say to Hingy, to Vegeta, to fight me in your Super Saiyan 3 transformation just like Goku did. And Vegeta goes, nah, not
No,
that way.
Vegeta laughs at him and
Aye.
goes, Super Saiyan 3. I'm well past that now.
I don't need that. Aye. And
No, he says I'm well past that now.
So he's
So
got
maybe, yeah, no,
he
maybe you are
has
right. In
he
that
has
one
got
sentence, he literally said, I made it there, went past it, don't kid
but
yourself. Super Saiyan 3 's gone.
he does go into explain that he's like it's just as Kakarot says though, it is heavy power draining. That's why it has
Which
to
is
get
what
used.
Trunks made the mistake of by boosting himself for the Cell games. He only looked at his own strength and not his speed.
But that's what the bulk up transformation that him and Vegeta came out with done. It was that only
But
boosted
Trunks
his
went Super
strength.
Saiyan 3.
Trunks actually had Super Saiyan 2 though. Trunks
No, I
ascended.
know he was Super Saiyan 2.
He kept that secret from Vegeta. He ascended before Vegeta
Oh
did.
yeah, no, he says that. He has a conversation with someone and he says, I couldn't tell my dad that I
Goku.
can make Super Saiyan 2.
Goku.
Because as far as he's aware, he can only make Super Saiyan 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want to be disappointed. And I was like, okay, I hate to tell you, but your dad's Super Saiyan 2, mate. He's been training. Don't worry about that.
But
Because Super Saiyan 2 is where he fights Cell. He uses the Big Bang attack on him, doesn't he? In his Super Saiyan 2 form, which is Legends Limited Vegeta we got last year, if you remember, the red one.
the Big Bang.
I am Super Vegeta!
Mm-hmm. But I know.
Oh yeah, can't forget the thumbs as well.
That's it. Like, again, as you say, as you bring it up as well, that way when he does do that supernova type thing, that's how he did kind of survive. Like,
Maybe the same way that Goku. Well, he doesn't obviously survive, but the fact is he should have been obliterated.
I,
But yet he still managed to make it to hell.
Vegeta shouldn't have technically have been a body. He should have just been one of the clouds.
Yeah, and that's my point.
But because of Kami and that way and what he had actually done. What's up?
Sorry, chat. We've just lost you down a whole rabbit hole of Dragon Ball Z theories by lunatics, because that is exactly what we do. When left unattended. Now I know how Chronic feels when he gets to talk about something that he just doesn't like to shut up about. Fair play. I'm still going to tell you to shut up, bro, but I'll probably say it to you a little bit less. So let's finish up this last bit about Dragon Ball Z and we'll move on to the next subject.
So where was I? What was I said? I think what he's done is like the supernova thing is he's learned to keep enough energy round, like produce enough energy around his body as like a mini shield. That
yeah, but I don't think he was planning to survive. That's what I'm now questioning, whether he had the power the same way. You know how Goku did. Goku turned Ultra Instinct because he turned the
pure energy of the Spirit Ball into
the Spirit Bomb and used it to protect him and absorbed it as he collided with the atom of it. So what's saying that during that explosion, because he said goodbye to Trunks, he even asked Piccolo, will I go to heaven or hell? And Piccolo was like, if you do what I think you're going to do, there is no coming back. There is no nothing.
Oh, that's what it was.
And yet, he didn't just survive, he went to hell, and on top of that, was a bit wished back with the wish that was bring the people back that are worthy of being brought back. And Vegeta was chosen as one of them that was worthy.
because that, as I say, is like with all the stuff that Vegeta had done. Yes, he had done quite a lot of bad shit. Um, and as you see through the Boo saga, like at the end of it, when he does do that, like when he blows his cell up at first, like he does, he says goodbye Trunks, he says goodbye Hingy, Bulma,
I do
and
this for you, Bulma. And
aye,
yes, even you too, Kakarot.
Kakarot, aye, and then Hingy he does the supernova, like again
Chills.
as you say,
Absolute chills.
it wasn't like during the tournament of power, as you says, it wasn't thinking about surviving. That way, he didn't think like he knew he wasn't going to survive, but something I don't know whether it was some sort of intervention for like Zeno someday, like it done something that kept him alive because of how exciting it was, but it's all only hanging that way. Who knows?
And then
Um,
the second time you used it in the Tournament of Power,
I
it pretty
know
much
that.
just blew off his armor. It
Aye, that's what I'm saying. Like
hardly affected him.
that's the one I'm talking about. Like that way, I don't know if, whether that way Zeno or that interfered, but that way it doesn't
No,
expect him to
I think
survive.
by then he's already at God form, isn't he? And he's
Mm,
already tapped into his evolved blue form as well.
mm,
So
mm,
maybe he'd learned how to still survive, but release all that power into one, like Goku does with the Spirit Bomb.
mm. It's no, what could have even at that then that way thinking about it, like as you say that the spirit bomb helped Goku achieve the Ultra Instinct. What if
Well, it was either that or it would have killed him because Jiren had already sent it back.
but what if the that final explosion that Vegeta done was the exact same catalyst for his Ultra Ego form to be fully thingy, not just the what power of the destruction, but like his
So I
power.
think the same issue is blocking both of them. Goku is closer to becoming an angel now that he has awoken his Ultra Instinct, though he doesn't know how he got to that state.
Mm-hmm.
That's his issue. Vegeta's is if we still had old Vegeta, I reckon he would have made his Ultra Ego state by now. I think it's the change that Bulma and Trunks and Bulla have brought to him that has changed him mentally. Now he doesn't just see killing as killing, he actually sees it as murder.
But again, is that
And that's
where
now his block.
I don't know. See,
Vegeta's not a senseless killer anymore.
I know that. That way, like even at that, it's kind of Kakarot as well. Like Goku's rubbed off on
Beerus
him as
will
well.
fucking annihilate a planet if it doesn't cook him food right.
Aye, I know.
That's what Vegeta was known for. Vegeta would punch you in your face if you looked at him wrong.
Aye, but
Vegeta's lost that, like it says, ego. He has lost his ego because the only ego Vegeta has is against Kakarot, Goku.
but there the thing though, right? If you actually think about it, right, and you look at the Saiyans race, and you break it down into the thingy, right? What is it Saiyan males always go for, and women?
Oh yeah, Vegeta tells them what they look for in a woman: strong fighters and fucking maternal.
Who are pretty much the two strongest women on thingy, on planet Earth?
Fashion. Oh, on planet Earth. Oh,
Chi Chi. Chi
is she
Chi's
though?
Chi Chi's the strongest woman because she's the daughter of the strongest, the Ox King
Oh,
who was the
yeah,
strongest man.
I get that she was, but I could say Videl,
Right?
a human that has learned to fly. Chi Chi never did that.
But Chi Chi
Chi
didn't
Chi
need to.
always had Nimbus.
Chi Chi didn't need to learn to fly. If you think about it, Chi Chi always had other ways. She can produce energy blasts, yes, but it's not just that as well. It's their hot temperedness. Look at Guinea as well. Look at Goku's mother when she's talking to Bardock. the hot-headedness.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, I get. Obviously, there wasn't a lot about any of them up until the film, so now I understand them a little bit more.
Which
Obviously,
I was,
Thatcher is the strongest female Saiyan that I know
aye,
of, up until I met fucking
cauliflower,
Kale and Cauliflower.
uh,
Obviously, Cauliflower has the legendary Super Saiyan gene, the same as Broly, so she's probably the strongest. But
that's true.
human or on Earth, it's probably it's got to be down to
It's
Videl,
Chi-Chi.
Chi Chi, yeah, them two. I don't really remember. Oh, fuck off, mate,
What?
dickhead. What am I talking? 18. 18 is the strongest female on Earth.
Aye, but she's not
No,
human.
you just said Earth. You didn't say
I
human.
meant, right, thinking it that right, it was meant to be human, right?
Can't believe I didn't fucking think of
Aye.
18 to start with.
No, I knew that 18 was the strongest female in
But then, it comes down to a matchup between Videl and Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi, right? And then so again that way as well if you think about it.
And probably Pan.
Right. Goku went with Chi-Chi because of her strength, right? And the way
Pan beats them both.
aye, and then but then hang it if you think about it, as you say, Vegeta's no as dumb as what Kakarot is, right? Vegeta's actually quite clued up because of the fact that he's a prince. Vegeta took the smartest person in the world as his fucking mate. Think
Oh yeah, but
it's
that's just because most people have only watched Dragon Ball Z and onwards. The rest of us have all watched Dragon Ball. Bulma isn't just some hopeless
I know.
damsel in distress.
Aye.
Her tech and her fast wit and thinking has got Goku and Vegeta out of trouble at points.
Aye. But wrapping that up that way, I don't want to get doing another Dragon Ball rabbit hole because we could be.
You started that one. You started that one.
I know, but we could literally sit here all night and just
Oh
talk
yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Anyway, chat. Tell the ball prick to shut the fuck up quickly. And did anyone else catch the Pokemon Day? Because the content, I was expecting maybe one or two trailers and then this is what we plan for the year. But instead, they went through every franchise that they've got open at the minute and literally gave it all content.
That's
including
what Pokemon Day is. And every year, that way I live. I don't live for Pokemon Day, but every year, come the.
That's like me and Goku Day.
Like,
yeah.
Come, no, just hanging. Goku. Like I'm the same for Goku Day as well. But come February, that way the like known start of year February. That way come end of January, start of February. That way I start to get excited for the end of February because I know that I'm going to get more Pokemon content that way. I know that there's going to be stuff to spoke about for like either Gen 10, the newer generations are like the games, what is coming out within the games that are already out in that way. So it's Pokemon Day. Pokemon Day is amazing.
Anyone just noticed that we've all just experienced what Smoke looked at 12 years old waking up on Christmas morning. Like that whole experience was like that first day back in school in January. Like.
No, mate, that's like opening up. That's like opening up your Game Boy, like your Game Boy, the very first Christmas, opening up like your copy of Pokemon Red, Blue, or Yellow, whatever one you got, and like aye. But again, as well, like 27th of February, just there was the 29th anniversary of Pokemon.
So where do you want to start?
Well, we can start with champions if you want, because I'm kind of looking forward to that myself. Not going to lie.
It's an accessible Pokemon Stadium. That's what it is gonna be.
It's no.
And
I'm not saying it's just an accessible Pokemon Stadium. I'm going to call it a new. It is Pokemon Stadium 3. That's pretty much what it is. That's the
no,
new
but
format.
unlike the others, let's face it, 1 and 2, Pokemon Stadium only came out on
GameCube, which you could only try. GameCube.
keep going, N64.
No, GameCube.
N6. Don't tell me what I owned, please. N64.
Oh no, it was Coliseum. It came out in GameCube, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right.
Pokemon Snap and Stadium 1 and 2, but all came out on the N64.
But
Best games I ever played.
again as well though, no, that's the thing. Like the reason I'm saying it's a new Pokemon Stadium is because the fact that Pokemon Stadium 1 and
Like
2
Stadium, we could link our Game Boys to it and send over all of them.
aye, but you could only link
Bastard.
but if you think about it, you could only link Gen 1 with Pokemon Stadium and
Yeah,
then with
Stadium
Pokemon Stadium 2 you could link Gen 1 and Gen 2.
Yeah,
Right?
Kanto and Joe.
Coliseum you could link up to Generation 4.
Four.
4. Or no, Ruby and Sapphire was Generation 3 actually. Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald, Generation 3 was Coliseum. So with this one, because of the fact
You're expecting all 1,500 Pokemon, isn't it?
aye, that's hangy, especially because of the fact that you can I can already go onto my phone.
So it states that you can trade, as long as you've got Pokemon Home, you can trade from Pokemon Go, Scarlet, and Violet. They're the three. It doesn't say Legends before you
no,
say
but
that.
that's the thing though. Everything that's already come out previously that is accessible in Scarlet and Violet will be accessible.
Yeah, but it's not just that. You had Scarlet and Violet, which is your new gen, really.
Mm-hmm.
And Pokemon Go has access from Gen 1 all the way through to 7.
No, they've got Gen 9 in it, but they missed it.
I know they've got Gen 9 in it, but I'm talking about all of them. They haven't released all Pokemon.
No,
so that's what I mean. They have put in the starters for Gen 9, etc. I get that.
The only Pokédexes that are full in Pokemon Go are Generation 1 and Generation 2. The rest of them, there's still Pokemon that they're releasing, there's still Pokemon that have to be added, there's still Pokemon that people are shouting out for, but they're no gaining as them. And then that way is they've got every other.
Last time I played Go, they literally had only just added Mega Revolve into it, and I was like, you guys have taken the mick with this.
Then
the content is just.
They've got right up to Generation 7. They skipped Generation 8. That way, never gave us a couple of Pokemon for Generation 8, but completely missed the starters, and then went on to Generation 9. I don't know. Well, I don't get it.
No, because it makes perfect sense to them. There's going to be some type of marketing in there somewhere that Pokemon catch days where we all paid £1.50 for a pass, etc., etc.
Daredevil, just to get back to the Dragon Ball stuff before we continue, he's like, by the way, Super Saiyan 3 Kid Vegeta from Daima is coming to the Dokkan, so likely that's what's going to be the
told you.
But I back into the champions thing, like the good thing with that is right that way. The reason I'm saying is thingy, right, like the champions is I can go and look at. I could pretty much go into my home on my phone right now and start getting into boxes and going, right, let's make a few different teams here, and that way have all my teams set for the release of it. Same way as I could jump onto my Switch and go, right, let's see that way. Do you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, I know. You've already done this. Don't lie to me and the chat all in one go. Like you're just a prick if you want to do that.
No, I'm
You,
not.
as soon as you saw that
Uh,
trailer, your brain went, I can't wait to get home. I pick you. I've been working on you
no,
for fucking 8 years. You.
no, I've not actually been into my home. But there is a couple of Pokemon that I do want to use. That way, I want to use Zeriora. I want
See what I mean?
Zeriora because I've got my shiny Zeriora sitting in home. Um, but I'm quite excited for the chat. I'm looking forward to Champions. That way, it'll be a fun game for us.
But
Uh,
the reason I brought up the N64 chat is because Champions is going to be released on the Switch, but also in mobile form for Android and iOS.
mhm.
So it is going to be full on accessible, which is great for any Pokemon fan that wants to either relive their childhood, because people like me and Smoke who did own N64s, yes, they were cartridge, don't get on our back, we're old, we know.
Mm, mm, mm.
And you can shut the fuck up, you're bald, you're
No,
old,
no, no, no,
you're
no, no,
done.
no, 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 no. I'm going to ask you this, right? And right, just because of the fact that you said we're old, right, and with cartridges and all that, what was the one rule that it said on the cartridge that we never obeyed?
Don't blow into the cartridge.
Because it
It's
always.
the only fucking thing that could make it work though.
It's just a bit.
What are you doing? Bam! Oh look, works first time. With how much saliva? Yeah, enough. That was all that I needed. That little bit of mist.
That little bit of enzymes into the circuit boards, that's what makes it work.
Technology was so much better back then. Less graphics, but a lot
Like,
fucking cheaper. I'll
don't
that.
get me wrong, right? Like, for the N64, right? Like, and playing the Pokemon Stadium and shit, the graphics were fucking banging.
N64, yeah, okay. But if I went and played a Mario from the N64 and then played a Mario on a Switch, I
No,
would feel the difference straight away.
don't get me wrong, right? Like, if you remember, I remember the blocky, like obviously the blocky textiles for back in the N64 try to play Stadium, right? And
Started on their style of controller.
the controller was fucking beast, but um the to then going and downloading the N64 emulator on the official one on the on the Switch and playing the Pokemon Stadiums, like it is, you can see a massive difference, but you can still feel that essence of the original game, if you get me.
Well, I think they've taken Pokemon Stadium and given it Pokemon Unite's graphics and was like, wow, it actually works. Why didn't we think of this before?
See, I'm surprised. Like, I'm honestly surprised they didn't come out with another. They've not come out with another stadium for a while. Like, I thought another stadium.
Because but this will probably be it. Like you said, they didn't exactly call Coliseum #3, did they? So maybe they were just like, we're not even going to call it Stadium anymore. We're literally just going to give them names. So we've had Coliseum, and now we've got Pokemon Champions.
True. But again, that though, even after Coliseum, you would have thought, right, wait, right. So we've got up to Gen 3 and 4 in Coliseum. Why don't wait now? We could wait until we've done, because by that point, I think by the time like Coliseum had come out, I think they had already started working on Diamond,
That's a good
Pearl.
thing about knowing that it's going to be a phone game. You know this game is intended to be updated for years
Uh,
and years and
uh,
years and years, just
um,
simply from being on the phone and the leaks for the Switch 2.
mm, um, but so question for you for that then. So what is your team going to be? A team of six. What's your team of six? Or is it team of 12 that way? Or what did I can't even remember what they says about it.
And it also depends on their move sets. Obviously, that's the other part of it. It's always gonna,
Aye,
I'm always gonna have Charizard in there. That's just always going to be a thing.
That's the thing though. That way, you can't really fix any of the movesets in home. And
I'm not going to use any. I won't use legendary or ancient.
you know for a fact that people are going to have that. They're going to. Most people are going to have their favorite legendary in the game, and it's somewhere.
Yeah, people like you that have got Pokemon Home. Yeah.
No, mate. It's not even that, right? Right.
No, I'm not joking. I'm stealing Theo's Switch. I'm not even lying.
Then what
I
Pokemon
will.
Home in your
I will have
the thing
Pokemon Home.
is, the thing is, right, I will say this. The one thing about Pokemon Home is, yes, you can. Yes, it is like a kind of you can download it for free, but there is a payment part of it. That way to get the kind of subscription. It's like a $2.99 payment thing for it, but
The time.
the with that as well, right? Like putting things into Pokemon Home, you can't switch out the move sets and all that. You can't do anything. It's just a storage place to hold all your Pokemon.
Yeah.
So hopefully what it is.
No, but that means that then I would end up downloading Pokemon Go back onto my phone, and then I'd have access to all my Pokemon that are on there, and then I can transfer them from that.
Anything though, Cloud. That way, if it comes to that way, if you do end up, if you say you're taking Teal Switch, that way, Scarlet and Violet will be cheap enough. And
well, he keeps bugging me for a Switch 2. It's all I keep fucking hearing.
Scarlet and Violet are cheap enough. That way, go and grab one of them.
Sorry, what did you just fucking say? Go on, I dare you to repeat that sentence again. Scarlet and Violet are cheap now. Yeah. Yeah.
Cheap enough,
Even fucking CEX are making £70 off of that game.
Mate, it's only fucking 30 odd quid now.
Not in CEX, it's fucking in. Because we looked at games
not Pokemon games. Pokemon games will increase in value, right? But the as I'm saying, like, if you do eventually get Scarlet and Violet, that way you'll no need to go and trade anything. That way I've got dupes of hundreds of fucking shit that way I can send over to you. That way.
Like you. I'm not going to be dragged down to your level of fuckery.
You're not getting dragged down to my level of fuckery.
Look how serious his face went then, chap. He went from Christmas morning to getting cold. Did you see that?
I know, just because I've got all my shit IV trained and shit like that, right?
Yeah, go catch a fucking Pokemon in California, dickhead. Yeah.
I can't do that anymore because I've not got my Pokemon Go's been logged out for quite a while, and I've not got the spoofing app for it anymore.
But moving on from Champion, because if I have to pick up 6 Pokemon, it's going to take fucking forever, and chat have probably places to be and sleep to maintain. But chat, if you want to stick your 6 in the comments, I would love to know your 6, and next week I will give a short segment, or the next podcast I'll give you my 6. I will promise I will give you a good 6 Pokemon team, and I'll even get a couple of others from the community along with some in the comments, and we'll see what teams people can come up with. Because no one is ever the same when it comes to Pokemon choice.
Even at that way, I've got a wee thing that we could possibly do with that as well, right? Like for the next podcast, you get your team of 6, I'll have my team of 6. With whoever in the comments, that way put your teams of 6 in. I'll find a generator. I've got access to a battle generator. I can run. I'll sim 10 battles that way between the 2 teams and see what
I vote that Smoke has to put his team in first before reading everyone else's team just to make sure he wins this generator. He's sneaky.
I'll happily put my team of 6 in first.
Stop getting so much coal. Cheer up.
A question for Queenie, right? So without the rules of normal Pokemon starters at way. If we could.
You ask what starters I would pick
No,
for.
no, 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 no. Right. So, right. So without the rules of like normal starters, if we could have any Pokemon as a starter, who would we pick? So who would you pick as your partner Pokemon? That way, like, if you wanted to pick one of the normal starters. So say you're a gym leader. That way, as you know, gym leaders either get handed down Pokemon or their parents give them their first Pokemon. So thinking along the lines, that way, like, if you any start like any Pokemon like that way, what would you? Mate, I'm the exact same. Ghastly, got to be Ghastly.
I can't pick Darkrai because he's legendary, and I doubt my dad's gonna. Or well, my dad's already gone in real life, let alone a made up one. But yeah, no, I'd have to say Ghastly. No matter what generation I've ever played, I've always had a Gengar come the Elite Four.
Right,
It's just
everything.
something that I've always done.
Right. No, so there now, right. I'm kind of in two mindsets, right? So Queenie, Brother of Dragon, she said they would choose Lugia.
No, can't include legendary. That's just
Um,
cheap.
you know Queenie's answer at my side up.
Yeah, side up.
So
But then
no,
she, oh no, she wouldn't. Oh, I'm shutting up. I was about to say she does know that at some point that's going to evolve, but it needs a waterstone, so it doesn't.
no, side up about Bill's normal. Psyduck's a level up evaluation. So she would need
I'm willing.
she would need an
You
Everstone.
do
You would
need
need
to
to put
find the stone. You
an
do need to
Everstone.
find the stone, just not a waterstone.
Aye, an
You need
Everstone.
to find that stone.
So no,
Make
you're
it
saying
side up
that
properly so it
way.
never evolves.
I don't know. Like I'm torn I'm torn between two. Because I've got my like that way, as you know yourself, that way I'm like on your side with the Gengar, not in that. But then again, I'm thinking do I start with Eevee?
See, I thought Eevee just because you've got the things, but that's not the one that I thought you were going to say. You didn't ask which one would work out best when you're thinking longevity. We were asked
Uh,
which one would you just generally, if you, Professor Oak said to you, I've got every single Pokemon in a ball. Which one do you want? I thought you were going to say Riolu.
See, I know that I'm pretty fucked because there's quite a few there is quite a few that I would like that I would start with like, so you've got Gengar well Ghastly for the Gengar evolution, Eevee for Umbreon, and then as you say is that way there Riolu just for the fact of Lucario, but
And Mega.
then and then thinking on it I've got the Mega Evolution and Lucario.
I generally thought Riolu was who you would go for.
As I say, it would it's between it would be between Hingy, uh, Eevee and Ghastly. What Riolu would be one of the ones that way
Mm.
I'd be want to go out and try and find that way. I'd want to have it as a like a shiny. I would want to bond with it that way. I want to catch it. I don't want to be getting a Riolu. I want to catch. I want to make the bond with the Riolu. If you get me, that's what brings
Oh,
thingy.
that's where the synchronicity comes from, isn't it?
Mhm. Um.
I'm just thinking of the fuckeries me and Gengar can get up to by the end of our journey, mate. That's all that I was thinking about.
Mhm.
I was just thinking about the fuckeries that I could get up to with Gengar, if I'm honest. That's where my head was
Uh,
at.
okay, because that as well. That way you've got like going down, as we say, going down the Gengar, like going down the like Ghastly line as well. You've got the likes of the Dynamax and Gigantamax, like parts of that.
And
And
Mega.
aye, it's mega form as well, aye. So and mega Gengar does look cool, I must admit.
Oh yeah, Mega Gengar looks cool. Gigantamax Gengar looks fucking sick as well. But
Anything though, the shiny Gigantamax and shiny Mega Gengars look a lot better
China Mega Gengar
because it
all
turns
day long.
because it turns white.
Hmm.
But aye,
So because like you did touch on, you play Pokemon on the Switch quite a lot. So me and you do a lot of back and forth, like we've pretty much been doing throughout the podcast tonight. And me and you, after we realised that Legend ZA was coming out, the second Arceus game,
mm-hmm.
as we learned from the first game, it's not generational. It's now free, random, generational grass, water, and fire. And me and you put our heads together after we ruled out that Rowlet wouldn't take part because he was in the first one.
Yeah, Cyndaquil and Oshawott wouldn't take
Cyndaquil
part.
couldn't take part for fire, and Oshawott couldn't take part for water.
We also
So when we sat down and we thought about it, we said for water straight away it's either going to be
Totodile
Totodile or Froakie.
No, they wouldn't have added Froakie into it because they had ruled out the starters from
No, not Froakie, the one, oh, what's the other one?
Poplio.
A seal, Poplio.
Poplio. No, Piplup. It was Umbreon.
Oh,
No, it was
penguin one, yeah.
it was either Totodile or Piplup we had come down to. We kind of come down to that conclusion. No, Totodile, Piplup, or Poplio we had come down to for the water because we had decided that Generation 9 weren't going to be a part of it because it had just that way it was
In the league. And as it's set in the region, it couldn't be Froakie or Ivy.
Froakie, Fennekin, or Chespin.
Oh, Chespin. Yeah, I don't like Chespin.
So for water we had concluded it could either have been Poplio and Polion.
And out of them three, we both picked Totodile.
Totodile, we would rather have seen Totodile.
So we got that one correct. Then it came to fire. Knowing that we weren't going to have any of the originals, so that's no Charmander, no Fennekin as we just said,
Cyndaquil.
And then there was no Cyndaquil either because he was in the first one.
So in Blaze, we ruled Torchic out because Blaziken already had a mega, same way as we ruled the reason why we ruled Mudkip and Trico out because they had the megas. So with fire it came down to Linton. It only did really come down to Linton and Tepig. And I think both of us were hoping for Linton. But we were like, if it was
could you imagine that already? Your two starting Pokemon, Totodile and Litten. Knowing that by the end of that you've got Feraligatr or Incineroar.
And then grass, when it came down to grass, I think
this is where we differed.
I think I went with Snivy.
You did. And I went with Turtwig. And in the end, we were both wrong on that one because they actually went for the generation that we never thought, which was once again Gen 2, the same as Totodile, in Chikorita.
So with that, it is it's kind of threw a lot of us off with the way that Legend ZA is going to play out. It's also the trailer also confirmed a lot of what we thought was going to be in it. We're now going to be learning a lot about AZ and his eternal float. No, so the info we've got that we know from the anime and that about him, that way that will be all be more expanded on within this.
Well, we have.
Aye, it looks like
I'll be playing it through you. You can spend out the 90 quid, and I will happily play it through you. You know me. It's how I played Scarlet.
which we've not finished yet, which we will get finished at some point. It can't we having two starters for Gen 2, it kind of threw a lot of us off. We never expect.
Anyone in chat gonna be playing ZA? Because I'd like to know who you're all gonna pick, and if you did buy it, who would you pick? Totodile, the water crocodile, Chikorita, the leaf top Pokemon, or
Tepig, the fire pig.
the fire pig? Yeah. I'm picking Totodile all day long.
I've got to give my boy a bit more respect and show some love to Totodile, but again as well.
I will say we have been seeing a lot of love towards Chikorita versus. Chikorita didn't even exist when Gold and Silver came out, but somehow since then Chikorita has now managed to get a massive fan base that I did not know existed. And poor Tepig's been left out to dry.
Anything, mate, I did know about the Chikorita fan base. Chikorita has been Chikorita's kind of an underdog. A lot of the Chikorita fan bases came about because, pardon me, came about because of Ash's Chikorita. So I can see where a lot of that is. Brother Dragon says if he's getting it that way, his starter's going to be Totodile. The good thing about it is what it is, right, is yes, my starter will be Totodile, but I will have the other two. I will go and catch the other two as well, because with in the previous Legends games, Legends Arceus, and that, yes, you could pick one of the starters, but you also within mass outbreaks and such that way you could also go and catch the other starters. So that's how I end up with
yellow.
So that's how I ended up with the likes of my Oshawott and my Rowlet. Although I did catch 200 IV ones on Pokemon Go and transferred them into it. That way to get just to hingy, like that way evolve them into the final forms and then put them into Scarlet and Violet, because that way that's what I was going to be using for like certain Pokemon hanging and all that, and some of the like the Terra Raids.
But this is based in either old Lumino, isn't it?
No, so the way it looks is if it's.
Is it old or new? Is it going to be after or before Ash went there and met?
I think so. I think well before the events in like the anime, so it's kind of the building up of Lumos City. So I think we might get to see an ancestor of Clements in Bonnie's at way within it.
That's what I'm asking. Do you reckon their family is the ones that still own the tower?
I think we'll get to see an aspect of it, but it does kind of look like we're in a mix of what the present kind of day.
Well, it says upcoming tech city, and that's why I thought, okay, so is this where they made their breakthrough to become the city that we know it to be when in present time when Ash visits there and meets
I think it is like that way. It's set present day, or like mid 90s that way, like where tech is just kind of advancing. So we've past the stuff in Legends Arceus that where it is all back in the past and such. So I think with this is we're kind of in like the present day, like going on like starting the tech era kind of thing that way, and that's where we'll be kind of building. Uh, I do agree. I do agree with you there, and but don't hold your breath, Hingy, because again, as well, like there's rumours saying that the starters are getting variant forms. The starters are then the starters aren't getting variant forms. So yeah,
It's
ideas.
how we manage to weed them out by
Um,
is by knowing what had already had Mega Evolve forms, what have already
aye.
got other
The
alternatives already.
starters, so as well, I have heard that the starters aren't getting mega forms, but they might get different.
Signature moves and other stuff like that has been mentioned all over.
Their signature moves and all that way are already their signature moves that they have got. Um, as I says, I don't know. There is still speculation that because we've not seen their final evolutions yet. So there's speculation that they
Oh
could.
yeah, they only showed them. Every clip was them all in base form.
So they could be. We could get
The only part
new.
that was a leak I felt, or a little teaser, was seeing Zygarde at the end on the mountaintop. And that, I was like, yo, that's it.
The Zygarde cells. It was for me. But for me, what kind of hanging was the stuff about AZ.
Mm.
That's what that's what drew me out. Like, right, I need to hang you. This is going to be good. But aye, so there is speculation, as I say, that the starters might be getting a new form, just like Legends Arceus. That way, a new final evolution. There might there might be mega evolutions. We don't know.
How long do updates normally go for?
Well, considering this is the second trailer since in a year. I don't think we'll probably not see it now until closer to the release of the Switch 2 and the time that the game is coming out. Because the last time
So how long did the original Legends
the
get
first
updated for? How many installments of content?
that got up that kind of got updated right up until
Scarlet and Violet, I'm guessing.
kind of Scarlet and Violet, but at that way, Scarlet and Violet, it's like the Legends games are made by a completely different company. They're not made by the
Once Scarlet and Violet came out, did Legends, the original Legends game, get any extra content after that?
It still had like a few other like bits and pieces that way updates and all that. But no new what Pokemon or that get added into or that way after Scarlet and Violet came out. Pretty much the way the Legends games were made was the full story was created before the Scarlet and Violet came out. So soon as Scarlet and Violet came out, that way Legends, the company that made Legends Arceus, that way went pretty much into planning another game.
Yeah, using the time that Scarlet and Violet was going to get.
Because, as I said, the Legends games are a completely separate company for a Game Freak. That way,
Yeah, I knew that. Did you see the second one coming?
Aye, I knew we knew there was going to be another Legends game. We knew.
So do you think it will be just like the series? You'll get X, Y, and Z, and there will be a third one.
There's a possibility that way because
you know that animes love doing these things for the OG.
But
it's kind of like a little.
That's the thing, though. If you think about it, everybody when X and Y came out, everybody expected because you can do that line that way. Oh, they're going to bring out Z. They're going to give us a third game that way. It's going to be Z, and we're going to get going to be able to catch Zygarde and get through it all that way. But they never. It went on. It went straight on to Sun and Moon, and
Oh, okay.
then we had Ultra Sun and Moon, X and
Soul
Y.
delay, lunar, yeah.
Hangy X and Y. After X and Y, there was nothing else for X and Y. They went straight on to the next games, and then they gave Sun and Moon. They done Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, and then it was on a. That's when by that point the Switch came out, and it was into Sword and Shield, and by that point, with Sword and Shield, they started doing the DLCs, which you had Island Armor and the other one, which I can't remember now. And then that they done the exact
I didn't
same.
get up to the Switch.
Then in with Scarlet and Violet, they done again. They gave you Scarlet or Violet, and then they brought out the two DLCs, the Indigo Disc and the Tail Mask. Which
Okay.
so the last pretty much generation to do the three games was Platinum.
Yeah. Platinum was it? Yeah, Platinum.
Because after that, all they gave us
Oh,
they gave us Oris, which was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Then they gave us a remake of BDSP. They gave us the remake of BDSP, which was Brilliant Diamond and Shine and Pearl, just before
played them.
just as Arceus came out. The BDSP came out. So like Diamond and Pearl were were on the DS. They brought out
Mm.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl on the Switch just about the same time as Legends Arceus came out.
Right. The fact
So
that you've waited for a game then is actually
and
mad.
that trailer that we got on the 27th there, I've been waiting from that. I had been waiting for that trailer since the 27th of last year. For when we get shown the original coming soon, Pokemon Legends ZA, which was meant to come out late last year, around about October, which then got pushed back to early this
I
year.
know, you tried. You got over it. Don't
And
go through.
then they've pushed it back to late this year. So aye, as I say, I'm hoping for more. I will enjoy it. I'm hoping that it's going to be good, and I will enjoy it. It's a Pokemon
No.
game. Of course, I'm going to enjoy it. Fuck. Um, but I know it'll be interesting. It's something as you say, I've been waiting for a while. That way, Scarlet and Violet's been out for what 4 years now,
Mm.
maybe longer.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're still waiting on. But we're still kind of waiting on word of a Generation 10 as well, which a lot of people thought we were going to get on the 27th.
To see where ZA takes you. How much content
And
they've got for that.
well, hopefully, as I say, that way, because a lot of people were as well thinking that
There is there is
this
talk
is
when Switch 2 comes out that there's already remastered versions for Red and
green.
Green in its original, but in the new format.
hmm which will be good. There is also talks that there could be possibilities of red, blue, yellow, right up until emerald, apparently coming somewhere in
Gold,
between.
silver, yeah, gold, silver, and ruby,
But then again,
sapphire.
I don't think we'll get ruby and sapphire, because the fact we've got Oris. and then BDSP, which are already remakes. That way, they are pretty much the exact same games, apart from Oris, which is Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. They've got
Yeah,
the
but not.
added
But
meta
my point
evolutions
is,
into it.
they're not in the gaming format that
Aye, 2D.
Arceus and
Aye,
Ruby, Scarlet and Violet are in.
aye. So that's what.
That's what they're bringing to red and green, and then yellow.
Yellow is pretty much just Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So I'm guessing that way, what I'm hinting is that way it's just going to be the Let's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
I'm
Let's Go
hoping this is more closer to the original, where you do actually, while going through the storyline, obtain Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle after doing certain things.
Oh no, see, I would like that.
That was
But
only ever in the original Yellow. It wasn't in the
aye.
Pikachu Yellow.
The thing is as well though, what if they're going to do that though, then yes, it's going to bring us as Pokemon players back. That way, it's going to give us the traumas of having to use one of our valuable Pokemon slots for a HM slave again. But it might maybe actually teach these this younger generation of Pokemon players how fucking difficult Pokemon actually is.
Not really. They're thinking, what? No fairy, no steel, no this. Just 6 types. Okay, I'm down.
Yes, but forget it. But thinking that the typings are still going to be the exact same when they're actually not, because in the very first generations, as we know, Psychic is fucking overpowered as shit. It just wipes out
Yeah, but
everything.
that's only because there isn't fucking many of them.
Right, but anything you can
Abra, the Alakazam bloodline, the Hypno bloodline, and Jinx.
Aye, but as I'm saying, you only need one of them that way, which is pretty much the Alakazam, and then
Well,
you're
unless you
sorted.
had friends, you never got Alakazam.
Aye, but even at that, you get a free.
Hypno's easy to catch.
Aye, no, but as I'm saying, but at that way you get a free Abra, and for talking to somebody, you trade that up to the Kadabra. The Kadabra is still fucking wiping Pokemon out, even for a second stage Pokemon.
You don't want to go up against the Elite Four with a Kadabra.
Trust me, mate. That way,
I did, because I was one of them kids that didn't have friends. I used to fucking never get a Gengar, bruv. Don't talk to me about what I needed. My Haunter used to slap. But given the choice, I want Gengar, not Haunter.
Of course.
So that's what I'm saying. You want the full evolved forms.
And then
Therefore,
as you say, just as you mentioned the Haunter, that way you get the free Haunter, and you think, oh yes, I've got a free trade. The trade it's going to evolve. It's going. Why the fuck did that Haunter no evolve? Mindy, you dirty bastard, getting a Haunter the fucking Everstone.
I was about to say, I can't remember that being in my game. I never got given a fucking free Haunter.
No, it's I can't remember what game it's in, but it's one of them. You get a free you trade something for a Haunter, and you think, oh yeah, I'm getting a Haunter. I'll do the trade, and as you know, as you just mentioned that way, the Gengar's a trade evolution like that. So you're pretty much thinking, fuck, I'm getting a free Gengar here. Offer it to come to you for you to then go and go, right, why the fuck's this thing not evolved? To go and look at it and it's holding another stone. See you dirty cow. Fuck off. You've just ruined
The
my
3
day.
Pokemon I never owned as a child on a Game Boy: Gengar, Alakazam, or Machamp.
Golem as well. Golem was a trade evolution.
Yeah, but I didn't fucking like Geodude.
That Geodude went boom too much.
Geodude is already weak against 2 types, and as we've just agreed, there's less types. And if he's weak against 2 out of 6, get the fuck out. Move. And I might come and catch you and evolve you if I go up and decide that I want to go and grab Zapdos.
That's the only time you actually did use a rock, is that way coming up against Surge or fucking Hingy?
Which then I only needed Onyx.
Right,
So it's what it is.
a Diglett, Diglett Cave. Aye, you were sorted.
Oh yeah, that trio is good, but Trio's ground moves don't have any effect, and his stone moves are shit.
I know. But TGC news, TGC Pocket news, the expansion,
The next
the next one was released, Triumphant Light. We kind of called that as well. Arceus is the cover. It was the only logical kind of explanation.
well, there weren't. It was either going to be Arceus or Giratina.
But again, it did make more sense to be Arceus, as I said.
Yeah,
Had
they
been
added
saying.
Giratina into the last deck.
And then you've got. I've not seen a lot of the full arts, but one of the full art that I do like at the moment for this set is definitely the Houndoom. The Houndoom one looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does look nice.
A lot of I've seen a couple of people in the community posting their alt arts and that way. The a few of the alt arts do look nice.
Yeah, and has anyone realised that I haven't posted anything from Triumphant Light because I haven't fucking pulled anything.
Near a I've not pulled anything either.
I've done 2 temples. Don't start with me.
So bad. I done my second one the other day and never get nothing either. That way, the only is the last time we spoke. That way, the only card that I've got that I've the only full art card that I've got that way I got from a fucking Wonder Pick. So I never
The
even
only one
got it
I'm
for any.
talking about is the new Garchomp, but if it goes up against Celebi, it gets murdered.
Aye, but as I'm saying, I get that's the only full art card that I've got is for a Wonder Pick, which I got thingy the very first time. The 2 10 packs that I opened, well, 2 10
Not like
packs I've
Mama
done.
people pulling gold Arceus off the bat.
No, see, that's the thing. Pay to play players that way, as we've already says, we're no dealing with. Kidding on Mummy B and Mumble. We love yous really, but we don't. We hate the fact that he's are pulling these cards and we're not. Um, but the 2 cards I'll say that are the nicest have got to be the the alt art Glaceon and the alt art Leafeon. They are the two that I'd got to say for the full set of that way. They're the 2 beautiful cards. They're the
Not
nicest
gonna
ones.
lie, I've seen artwork for the stuff that's in the store with Glaceon and Leafeon. It looks sick.
Mhm. Mhm. Um. The again, I've been pulling packs and I'm seeing nothing. Well, I'm getting nothing, man. Oh, I finished the. As you probably seen the other night, I went through. I done a thing. I loaded up my alt account and get the three packs. So that way I'm not right. Let's see what I've got. I was going through making sure that I had spells that way because I've been wanting the Marowak for a while to finish off that. So I was like, alright, I've got a spare Marowak. I'll take that. Opened the three packs and pulled the spare Charizard DX and went sound. That's me completed that now. So I've completed the genetic apex set. The only thing I've got to get for it now is the alt art, like the full arts and the alt arts. But so it's a secret mission for that, and you get 3 um symbols, well, what gamer profile pictures of what the 3 Pokemon look like on the genetic apex. Hence that way the Mewtwo is storing like the way it's storing and its pack cover. Charizard's kind of like flying in the side, and then the Pikachu is what the way it looks in its like promotional pack, like its promotional immersive card. you get 3 secret sort of once you finish it you get the 3 pictures. So the one I'm using now is my the Mewtwo one.
Just an icon. Can't even tell you what I've got.
You're using. I think yours is Inferno.
No, it's Chimchar, dickhead.
Aye. See, I was on the right fucking evolutionary line, right, Lane Lane.
Unlike Mama Bee, who just turns up, pulls the gold Arceus, and then just fucks off.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Or Mumble, who is not a free-to-play player and is just like, hey guys, look what I got. And
that's the thing. I honestly think Mummy Bee's paid to play player as well.
Yeah, that probably just surprised me. Yeah, no.
Two of them, they don't count, but we love them really.
Just know, guys, that every time that you put a really nice pull in the thing, I am at the other end going, well done you! Fucking well done you! Amazing job!
Every 2 years are sitting in party like, have you seen who such and such is pulled? Dirty bastards, aren't they? Fucking Johnny bastard.
Fucking tell me about it.
But I know, apparently we've created a monster. No, we never created nothing. That was Mumble's fault.
You did.
How?
You and Mumble created that monster.
No.
Yeah.
No. I had nothing to do with opening actual physical packs. That was Mumble. That was a Mumble.
You were. Yes, Mumble opens packs, but who told her about some of the really beautiful evolutions that have just come out? Who told her that information? Yeah, no, that was you. That was all you, because I was sat here going, they are beautiful, but Pokemon is not worth the money that the cards are fucking printed on now. So, but you were like, but wait until you see the Umbreon with all the crystals and, the full art. Yeah. So don't blame it all on Mumble when you are also the prick that literally gave her favourite types of Pokemon, which just so happens to be her daughter's favourite type of Pokemon as well. So yes, you fucked up. Between you and Mumble,
hold on
you fucked up.
It's not my fault. I was talking about my favourite type of Pokemon as well.
No. You told an addict where to go and get crack from. They didn't care about the price, mate. Yeah? That's like you going into work and a batch of Funko Pops have come in and there's a couple of random gems in there. You forget all about payday in 3 weeks and I need to survive until then. So I can have these 3 beautiful Funko Pops on my fucking wall.
Oh, you'll be proud of me. I've actually not bought any new Funko Pops or Lego in a while.
You're lucky I can close my kitchen door because your list is still going out from underneath it. Let me not tell chat what happened 2 days ago. But actually, as we're here, I'm going to tell him anyway. Yeah. So for the last, now over a year I've known Smoke, and for that whole year, Smoke has been making this endless list of shit that he needs in his life. And one of them things was a second monitor. The joke is he finally got a second monitor yesterday. It looks amazing. He loves it. The joke is he only bought a second monitor because the first one fucking blew up. So we're back to fucking square one.
Yep.
Yeah, put your head back down in shame. You hang that head in shame. I thought I was so happy. I told him, I scratched that off the list. I was like, bro, that's the first time you've scratched anything off this list. And he went, actually, it's just to replace the first one. Bastard, now I've got to find the bottom of my list to fucking go rewrite it back on there.
I'm leaving it scratched now. Fuck it.
this guy.
Aye, and then as well, other than the actual like pocket news within Pokemon Day as well, they have also what kind of surprised me that way I thought was actually going to be part of the pocket. They are bringing Mega Evolutions to
Yeah,
the
they showed
actual
Lucario and Gardevoir.
yeah, bringing Mega Evolutions to the actual trading card game, and the artwork for the Mega Evolutions look fucking beautiful. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but you think about who's already. So if that's the case, Lucario and obviously Gardevoir were on their thing.
You've got
So I
Gardevoir,
reckon.
you'll have
I
Gardevoir.
said to you, I feel like they did fire dirty. What's the bet in that another Mega will be Charizard? Both forms.
See, me and my boss were talking about that. Like, so like the conversation that me and you had with the like that way I was asked you, who is Pokemon's golden child? Who gets everything? And that no, right? You said water. My
What
managers.
deck has got absolutely everything?
But I'm not talking about water deck or that way. I'm talking about in general Pokemon. Who is Pokemon's golden child? Who is the fucking who is the child that Pokemon turn to every time and go
Charizard.
or take aye, right? So me and my boss were talking about it the other day as well. That way like, we were we were like what happens if they actually do turn around and go, do you know what, fuck it. You've got Charizard X and you've got Charizard Y. Here you go, our Charizard Z. What? Okay. It would be stupid. It would be stupid, right? To give Charizard a third Mega Evolution.
No, if they're gonna do another one, they'll give him Gigantamax.
They've already gave him Gigantamax.
No, I'm talking about for TCGP.
But as I'm saying, with the actual trading card game, the Pokemon I'm hazarding a guess that we're going to see it first come out. We already know about Lucario and Gardevoir. The next one I'm going to say is we're going to see a Mega Absol card at some point.
We haven't got Absol yet.
No, but Mega Absol is a thing in the actual game within.
No, I know Mega Absol is, but I'm just trying to think of who we've already got without releasing another deck.
So, but in the actual, if they're going to bring Mega Evolution into the trading card, like the pocket game, then you would get you've got your Mega Garchomp, you've got Mega Pinsir, you've got a Mega Charizard, you've got your you've got the three starters. That way, well, Bulbasaur, Charm.
Yeah.
You've got them.
Mega Beaker.
You've got Mega Beedrill. You've got Mega Lucario. And you've got you could also fling in Mega Gardevoir there as well because you've got Lucario and Gardevoir in it.
Do you think we'll get Galarian forms?
I've got a feeling I've got a feeling down the line we will see some.
There's only one reason I'm asking.
I've got a feeling that we might eventually see some variant forms appear in it that way.
I only care about.
Hello and Vulpix.
No.
Well, hello and Ninetales.
No. Pretty, but no. And that's a Lowen, not Galarian.
No, that's what I said. Alone, Vulpix, and then
And that's
Ninetales.
Galarian.
Aye.
Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres.
They may. There's a few. There is a
Moltres
possibility.
as a dark form, Zapdos as a ground form, and Articuno. Actually, what the fuck is Articuno?
Psychic flying.
Yeah, I was about to say, and she's psychic now.
or psychic ice, I can't mind. But as I say, I've got a feeling that down the line we will possibly see some variant forms at like the Hisuian forums coming in it. The as you said, the Gala forms, well, like Gala variants as well as like some Alolan forms as well.
Well, we've just skipped a load of generations going from first gen all the way to fucking time and space, but it is what it is. So there's no telling what the next deck's gonna be.
They've skipped Gen 2, went into Gen 3, and a mix of 3 and 4. So,
yeah, we've already had the likes of Froakie, so like, yeah, I'm not sure.
It's all a matter of time, because as well, I've got a feeling that down the line as well, we're going to eventually get the splits of the decks. That way, we're going to actually get fairy type decks. We're going to get fucking.
But you can tell that just by the way that we have had multiple Pokemon that have had 2 different type in card. So obviously Magnemite and all that have all been electric up until this deck where now they're steel.
But that's what I'm saying as well. I've got a funny feeling as if, you know, within the actual trading card game, they've got the Azumarill that is a water fairy. I've got the card in my thing in front of me that way. It's top bit it's purple and the bottom bit it's blue.
No, yeah, I know that it is the type, but when it was originally released it was just a water type.
So I've got a feeling that hanging down the line that we're going to get within the TGC pocket, we're going to get something like that as well. Like the split.
That's like us having Clefairy at the minute, but Clefairy comes under Psychic when we're well aware that Clefairy and Jigglypuff. And Jigglypuff's another one that's normal in this game.
But Jigglypuff is kind of Jigglypuff's a normal fairy. Really, normal fairy in a way. The fairy is more the fairy type, yes. It would make sense. Like the only way that I see them bringing fairy type in is if they decide to release Sylveon, because they can't put Sylveon under anything else.
Not unless they release the Tapus. Tapu Lele would have to come under fairy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
and at the same time, I always thought Cresselia came under fairy, and at the minute she sat in psychic.
Cresselia is psychic, though.
She has psychic abilities, but as we're well aware, Gengar has psychic abilities and is still classed as a full-on ghost poison Pokemon.
I think that's really everything for Pokemon Day, though, I don't know.
Yeah, the rest of it was just like snippets for Easter eggs to get us fans talking, really. Like the Zygarde stood on the hill at the end of the ZA trailer. The TCG did the Mega Evolve forms. The game showed you, Champion showed you pretty much an in-game battle between 2 Pokemon, and the graphics looked fucking amazing. And obviously, that at the end it literally stated release for Switch and iOS and Android.
The only other thing that was in the Pokemon Day was stuff about Pokemon Go, and Darkrai and Cresselia coming to Pokemon Sleep, which don't know if anybody uses Pokemon Sleep.
If you do, Cresselia and Darkrai are coming. Just they're coming. That's all that we know. They're coming. We don't use it personally, but for your information, we're just letting you know. Soon you can have Darkrai or Cresselia. I personally would have Darkrai. Probably not great for a good night's sleep, but I'm still taking Darkrai.
We love the nightmares, but though that's the thing.
Oh, I live a nightmare.
So they are. But what else have we got?
Nothing. All that I had left to tell them about was the start of next week. We've
Oh,
been
okay.
literally working towards it for 3 months now, so it's been a long time coming. But next week will be. Do you even have a name for it?
So the name of the actual campaign is The Untold Story of Universe 7.
The Untold Story of Universe 7 Saga. There we go. That's the name of it. Pretty long-winded, but that's Smoke for you. He loves to make a point.
Um,
Are you
the
excited?
I'm as excited as much as I can be. I'm very excited
Go on,
for.
show me your pad. Go on, show me your pad. He's been boasting about it to me before the podcast, guys. I know he has it at hand, so this is why I'm telling you, because he's been boasting about it all day. Like, have you seen this pad? Like, look how thick that
I
is.
only,
See
I
that?
only
That's
brung,
cool. See,
I only
look at all
brung
these
him,
pads. He's
I
like,
only
look,
brung him done.
I've been
He needs
filling
this
my
before.
pads with my
Uh,
campaign.
this one is like some quick notes on like each of the player characters. Most of the story, from what I can write up till what I can write out just now, and then bullet points of where the next parts of the story is going to go. That's pretty much like my full campaign notebook. The wee green one is like
This is months of us.
snippets of created monsters that you will be seeing within the campaign, and some of their backstory and some of the backstory within the actual organisation that the guys will be trying to take down. And then this one is just stupid wee scribbles that I've been doing using some ideas, work out like some things for certain monsters, and
Man,
like
listen.
drafts of the campaign before I write it in the actual notebook. So I have been.
If he added this amount of discipline to the rest of his life, he would probably find himself in a different situation.
Possibly. Um,
Whose character are you looking forward to seeing unfold the most? Who's given you a snippet of something that you like? Do you know what? I want to see where you take that.
to be honest, that way, like really it's working like for me the new that way working close between with you and Nibsy that way working on like your kind of background stories and like the way your characters are going to work in um together that way like, I'm looking forward to see how used to unfold that way how your characters interact with each other and like how he's reacted when he's finally do click to wait a fucking minute. I know you, and wait, I know you. Like how the like. So I'm looking forward to see for when that comes out. I'm looking forward to seeing how Mumble plays his character, for the way that me and him have spoken, some of the stuff that I've created for him. Chronic uh, Chronic.
The bard will be a bard.
What can I say about our bard?
They're fucking useless.
It's
They talk shit and pretty much are useless for everything else.
it'll be fun because as I said, pretty much Chronic's gave me free reign on his kind of backstory. He's going to give me a short kind of backstory that way of what he wants, but then after that I've got free reign to do whatever I want. So as I'm saying, I'm excited to get. I'm more excited to get the campaign started. I'm excited to see how yous all interact and to see how
Oh, this will
use.
be a first time for me, so it'll be more.
See how what yous react to this story and where you go with it. But enough for me. What about you? How you feeling with about it all? What are you
No,
kind of?
I've always been a film buff. Ever since I was young, it's always been series, films. But I fucking hate it when I'm watching a film and in 20 minutes I've lost interest because I already know how it ends.
Hmm.
And then that's my ADHD starts kicking off. I start fidgeting, and then I start pissing off everyone else that's trying to watch the film. And I'm just like, how? How? You're meant to be a good director, and I thought of your whole film in the first 5, 10 minutes of watching just the start of your film.
Hmm.
Please do better. Just that's all I ask for. And this is a different type. This takes me back to what I had before TV.
Hmm.
This is storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the eldest of a big family, so I have a lot of siblings. Believe me, there were ghost stories and just made up crap just to get them to sleep. This is my favorite type of story. You are literally just going to storytell, and I get to be a part of. I'm involved in that, and there's other people involved in that. So you have literally got to tell a story while other people are playing their roles. It's literally gonna. I'm feeling there's going to be a work of art, and it's just all going to come together really nicely. Obviously, I'm still a bit upset because obviously we set this out as a 6-man campaign, and now that it's down to 5 already. But
No, it was already
obviously,
a
it's
5-man campaign. It's down to
no,
four now.
but no, but even with the DM, we're a 6-man party. We said this.
Hmm.
We were a 6-man team. That's what we said. Regardless of you being a DM, if you didn't want to be blamed as the person that's doing it to us, then you had to be a part of us. You were just the narrator. So you are technically with us.
Aye. But
You
again,
give us the information we need. You give us the help that we need. Da 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 da. Job done. But obviously now that Raven's not going to be a part of it, it already feels like you've lost a part of uh, the story as such. His character alone in the arena was 1 week, the little raid thing was 3 sessions. So in the 4 sessions, bar one, he was a part of the 3.
hmm.
You got to know him as a character, you got to see what powers he had, how he fought, etc., etc.
Aye.
Okay, so he went down a lot of times, but there was many a time that he was cleaving a fucking zombie in half with his great sword.
Aye.
And now it's just going to be like, okay, so that's one down. So now it's a case of, okay, so I now understand a bit about everyone else's character. I've got the bard. We got the fucking, as you call him, the metal monstrosity. And then we've got Sojo. Just Sojo. Everyone fucking hates Sojo. But I said this to you, didn't I? I said, I think I'm going to end up being, you told me to be me, and the only way that I see me being me is finding the connections that I will have with all of these other characters throughout this storyline.
Aye.
I'm going to end up at one scene. I'm going to be close to Chronic, and I'm going to be right behind him like some fucking little groupie going, "You fucking rock!" Just because I'm not fighting anyone. But then at the same time, the similarities between me and, not in obviously personality between me and Sojo, but our abilities.
Hmm.
I'm going to notice our techniques and everything as, yes, we are very different in how we show our techniques, etc. But obviously, as you know, both being warlocks, we have the same abilities unless
Aye.
we pick up elsewhere after we level up. And then, yeah, there's Nibsy. Literally the fucking walking tank with a battle axe.
Aye. And it proved that all through the fucking the session 0 thing like that way how much I think it was and through that as well, like, through the wee thingy, seeing the kind of relationships that you were forming, that kind of, like, as I say, the personalities that were kind of coming through that were.
But I think that was a tester for you as well. That's helped you write out some of your stories, seeing us all act out our characters for a session.
It has helped a lot that way to work out what way to direct the story and like how the story.
So how many times have you put Nibsy and Soja in the same area deliberately, and how many times do you think that they're going to make themselves in the same area, and you're going to have to go, Dragon, come and fucking sort this out. Make them fucking. I want them apart. Just fucking opposite sides of the map. Just get on with it.
Well, the 3 times that I've rewritten the actual start of the story, first time I wrote it, Nibsy and Mumble were nowhere near each other. Second time I wrote it, they were close by each other, and the
one was in the tree asleep, weren't he? And Nibsy was shut down.
He was in sentry mode. And then third one, it was still kind of keeping to that, but they were
a little spin on it, I'm guessing, without giving away too much.
They were like, Nibsy had been sitting for a while, and Mumble was like kind of walking into that kind of same area. It wasn't in the tree at this point; it was just walking into the area. But now, again, what I'm going to need to do again is I'm going to need to go back through and rewrite it a 4th time.
Just smooth it up.
Rewrite it a 4th time, removing obviously the Raven's introduction and wording everything around that a wee bit more. Again,
rest in peace, Dragon folk.
No, dragonborns and all that will still be part of the hanging out where you will still meet some dragon folk and shit.
Rest in peace, Torren.
But I've got a couple just to rewrite a wee bit again, smooth it all out, and they were good to.
I'm excited. It's something new to me, and I've enjoyed the sessions. I'm still, even by the end of the session, I was still learning. I'm still trying to get the hang of it, and then obviously, just the leveling up part is just gonna be something that I need to just make sure that I thoroughly go through and actually research all items, not just, oh, that looks good, that looks sick, and it means fuck all to my character.
Right. As I say, I'll leave the battle dome open that way, so you, when, as I say,
so I can keep my test character.
Aye, so and just in case as well, that way, if say we've got a session decided, and like we're we're say and we're going through the sessions, and we're due to do a session 1 week, and we know that we're mid combat, but is it like so say you can't make it, or Chronic can't make it, Nibsy or Mumble can't make it, or
like I said, we just do gaming or the podcast.
No, as I'm saying, like that as well. What if it came down to it so that we're not throwing out the D&D hang that way, so that you're still keeping certain things fresh within your mind, Chronic's mind, and that.
Well, you fucking better think of something better than a creepy ass pirate with a wispy voice and a no square.
No, don't worry. The voices will come.
Not that I complain about sending Chronic to the no square twice, but that's not the point.
When you say about the 2 voices being
and you. Yeah, and you.
That wasn't that. See, if you were to say you wouldn't have sent Vising to that no square.
I send Ryzen to that no square.
No,
You thought you were invisible, you were moving about all invisible, and you had to get away from Nibsy, and then
you didn't.
popped up right next to me. I went,
You didn't send Visor, it was Corazon you sent.
oh, Corazon.
Corazon and Visor are
Sent someone, and you were in charge of them. That's all that I wanted to point out, alright? Give me my fucking victory. See, even when I'm the host with the most, he's still fucking picking on me. Jesus. Like having your dad on the podcast.
You done well. I'm not going to lie, you done well, but...
I did well, yeah, right up until Nibsy got close enough to me to violate me. Yeah, you're still giggling about it. Yeah. Tells me everything I need to know.
But as I was saying... What
do I need to do to throw him and kill him? Just throw a strength dex. Easy.
For that, as I say, I'll keep the battle dome open, like, in case, as I say, like Nibs and Mumbo, that kind of make it, and we're in the middle of combat, we can just jump into the battle dome, have a free for all, just fucking about whoever's there, or as you say, that way we decide.
Note to self: don't come after me, yeah? Go after the metal monstrosity that you already knew was going to win every fucking round. Instead, you thought you'd fire off at me. The first round was my bad. I shot Sojo shot me, things got out of hand, we realised our mistakes, and then you popped up out of nowhere and tried to shoot me as well.
No. I think what actually happened was, you and Sojo started popping off at each other, then realised that this big metal fucker was going to fuck you up. You decided...
Well, he came after you to start with.
You then decided to call a truce, which as soon as you called the truce, you decided to go, nah, fuck this, that way, and take a shot at Sojo. to then screw yourself over and leave you and Nibsy as the last ones left, that way, and you to turn around and go, oh fuck, I shouldn't have actually done that. To then get into the second round for you to wipe Chronic out fucking straight away.
The same as I did. No. I did that in the first round. The second round, I shot him. He just managed to fucking survive, and then Nibsy just went up to him and went, "Oi, back to the no square." That was the end of the second round. Nibsy just wiped the floor with everyone in the second round.
He did. Aye.
Instead of going to the middle, he just went around the fucking hole of the edge. He played that one a lot fucking quicker.
But I'll keep that open for another one of them. Just for in case we're in mid battle. For if anybody pulls out while we're just doing sort of role play or in town general gathering knowledge, I can just pull them out and leave them as if they're sitting in the tavern. That way everybody else is out doing what you're trying to do, and whatever information.
Well, what we can do is just we can just all ask us all. We can all just go away and all build a little mini zombie map like you did.
Whatever.
Give everyone maybe a small taste of doing a DM like you're doing, and it might just make them show a little bit more appreciation to the work that you've put in by just putting a little mini map together for people to maybe do if we do find ourselves with a week off.
I'm down for whatever.
Sorry, because I don't want you to always be telling the story. I want you to take part as well. I don't want you to just feel that when it comes back to you having to be one of us and be a character, that you're like, wow, this has been a really long time. I can't believe I DM'd all of that and no one offered. Well, guess what? We all go away, we all make a little mini map or mini battle, and
we all talk what that way. As I say, it's up to hanging that way. Like I say, if we feel that once we get to a certain stage within my campaign, that way that I'm kind of running out of material. If somebody's got something in the background that they've been working on, we can start that. That way, it will give me a chance to then.
No, I've got a feeling that this is going to take your interest, and if you ever had an inkling that you were getting close to the end, I guarantee you, your brain kicks in and you start just writing, and we don't see you for 2 days again. It's just the way it is.
Quite
But
possibly, aye.
considering it starts next week, you will be able to find all of this content on YouTube, which will be back with Chronicus next week. We'll also be being joined by Nibsy and Mumble, who Nibsy normally streams it. He will be on Kick, and then Smoke normally streams it, his DM inside from Kick and Twitch. So you will have 4 different places, and all 4 you can actually watch the rerun afterwards. The VODs will all be up on every single one of them sites.
Apart
But
from the VODs will be up on everything
YouTube.
apart from my Twitch side, because I don't save my Twitch VODs, but my Kick VODs will.
Well, they save automatically for 30 days, so it gives us 30 days.
I don't show mine because I've normally got music playing in the background, and Twitch hates that.
But I'm saying that they'll be literally there for 30 days, and within that 30 days we would have done episode 2, so I'm guessing that most people, if having to watch a VOD, they would watch it within that 30 days.
Even at that as well, with the campaign as well, it will be going on to the Jokes and Smokes like gaming side of things as well, as a playlist. Each episode will be getting added into a playlist to find on the YouTube when that gets fully finalised, which every campaign going forth will be on that YouTube. But also, as Clown stated, it will be the live feeds will be on the Twitch, the Twitches and the Kicks and Chronic's YouTube. But I think Chronic actually does it on his Twitch side of things for the D&D. So the YouTube will be pretty much like recordings, us taking out bits that we don't want, and just the bits that we feel as well that were a laugh through the campaigns, or highlights of the campaigns as the campaign as we go along. And like the shorts will just be like wee short clips of like either stupid things like Nat 1 rolls and like descriptions of that, or descriptions of people with their Nat 20s and their final kills. But I'm sure as well throughout a lot of it, yours, our wonderful audience, will I'm sure like clip a few bits that we miss. But there'll be quite a lot of content coming within it. Quite a lot of content going out between the lot is as well as we work.
Still on a weekly basis between gaming, podcasts, and D&D. We will still be here for your entertainment every single week, and that's a promise. But before we end, I just once again want the chat and from us two here to wish Raven all the best and Chronic a very speedy recovery, even if he isn't going to listen to professionals. And can't wait to have you back next week.
Yep.
Well, hopefully see you tomorrow, but these lovely people won't see you until next week, which then you'll be rocking out with your bard, so I know damn well you'll be there. But from me, the Clown Prince, it is a good night from me. I hope you have a lovely week, people, and thank you again for joining us. My co-host today has been none other than Smoke.
Good night from me. Much love to you all, and let the story commence next week.
Well, there you go with the voice again. You just can't help putting that voice on. I swear, it's your go-to voice.
It's my BM voice. Come on, let me do
Oh, it's like you watched way too many Jackie Chan movies when you were a kid in dubbed. That's what you sound like. What did you do?
Well, let's just say I was talking like Floki the other day, and you thought I was talking like one of the other characters that I had.
No, they all sound like that. Just one's smoking 40 packs a day, one's smoking 20 packs a day, and one's pretty much on life support, but that's why he keeps disappearing, the pirate fuck.
We'll see about that one.
You know what I mean? But no, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you again, and I will catch you next week. Peace out.